Pelicans completely sold. They sold their opportunity. They fucked up their opportunity to get into the playoffs and avoid the play-in tournament. And they, had an opportunity, lost to the Lakers. The Lakers had their way with everything offensively. LeBron James had a great game. Austin Reeves had 20. Anthony Davis had 30. LeBron James looked like prime Magic out there. He had 17 assists, 28 points, 11 rebounds, a triple-double. And then you look at D'Angelo Russell had 19. The Lakers had their way completely. It was a blowout. They clapped the Pelicans. Zion didn't show up. Brandon Ingram, their numbers were modest at best. CJ McCollum had, the best night, but it took him the second half to get things going. So the Pelicans, they really messed up their opportunity to get into the the playoffs and avoid the play-in. And now they have to play the Lakers again. But this might work out in their favor. I mean, if you look at their best opportunity to do something in the playoffs, it's against the OKC Thunder. You can't go in. Whoever wins this game, this play-in game, has to go play Denver. The Lakers, I think, are more equipped. They have the better opportunity to do something against Denver. What we saw from them, last night, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, actually, what we saw from them against the Pelicans, they look like the better team. They look like a team that could do something in the playoffs. This is a team that last play-in, we saw them go all the way to the Western Conference Finals. So they are more equipped. Anthony Davis, when LeBron James is doing what he did, Austin Reeves when he gives you 20 points, D'Angelo Russell gives you 19, they could do something. So I think they could take Denver maybe 6 games. They could do something like that. But the Pelicans, you should be rooting for OKC. You should want to play OKC. That should be what, the better opportunity for them, I think, is. And, an unexperienced team in the playoffs, the Thunder, they're really good. They got the first seed, but anything could happen in the playoffs. And we know, a team that doesn't have the experience, that doesn't have championship pedigree, anything can happen. Those Timberwolves, Pelicans series, the Timberwolves, Grizzlies, we've seen younger teams in the playoffs, not go their way. So I think, if they lose to the Lakers, which I think that's the most likely outcome of this next play-in game, I think that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. You play Golden State. You already beat Golden State, and that was without Brandon Ingram. You beat the Kings before. You could beat those two teams. Golden State and the Kings, those are two teams that have the writing on the walls for them and the season being over for them soon. They're just lucky to be in. Golden State, I think they will be competitive in this play-in, but I think the Pelicans could beat either the Kings or Golden State. So I think losing to the Lakers and letting them go play Denver is not the worst thing in the world. Obviously you don't want to lose 2 straight games, but Zion, Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, they need to show up big against Golden State or the Kings for them to have opportunity. Well, their best opportunity in the playoffs, which would be against the Thunder. That would be a good series. We could see, the Pelicans pull a Miami Heat of last year. Miami Heat, they lost to the Hawks in the first play-in game, and then they went on to beat the Bulls, and they headed into the playoffs first round against against Milwaukee Bucks, and they beat them.
Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.